Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is IZYANI binti RAZAK 1181538. So today we are going to discuss about wireless network troubleshooting. Introduction. The explosive growth in wireless networks over the last few years resembles the rapid growth of the internet within the last decade. Wireless communication continues to enjoy exponential growth in the cellular telephony, wireless home network arenas, and of course wireless internet. But while wireless networks have seen widespread adoption in the home user markets, but there are still widely reported and easily exploited holes in the standard security system have stunted wireless deployment rate in enterprise environments. So, why we choose this issue? As we know, wireless technology is a crucial part of IT infrastructure. People all over the world are using wireless networks for various purposes, but improper planning or incorrect setup for the system can create performance problems. So, we have to know how to troubleshoot this issue to make sure that the operation going well. So the objectives are 1. To find out the common problems regarding to wireless network. 2. To find out the solution for troubleshooting wireless network. And 3. Of course, to make sure that wireless network are used wisely. So now we are going to the problems, observations, and the solutions. First is reflection. Wireless signals can bounce off some surface like dust and metals, but wireless network problem depends on the frequency and the surface because different surfaces have different frequency. Too much reflection, you may find that the signal is weaker than you might expect. But a little bit of reflection are useful, especially when you are taking the advantage of multipath inference with MIMO. And maybe something can be worked around like change the position of antennas to avoid excessive reflection. Second is absorption. Wireless signals through an object and lose the signal, especially when through the walls and the windows. Different objects absorb differently as frequency change. 2.4 GHz may have less absorption than 5 GHz. And maybe something can be worked around like put antennas on the ceiling. So the signal can get to you without through an object and being absorbed by the object. Like to avoid going through the wall. So this problem can be avoided by that way.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is NURFATIN binti ZAINOL 1181556. So let's we continue. The third problem is latency and jitter. As we saw with our wire troubleshooting video, we should always be concerned about latency, and this is a problem also for our wireless network. The latency is the delay between transmitting information and receiving the response, and we might also be concerned about jitter on our wireless network. Jitter would be a deviation from a predictable data stream very commonly associated with real-time communication like voice over IP. Whenever you get on a wireless network, there is additional opportunity for interference and signal because anything could be conflicting or interfering with that wireless signal. This would cause lower data rates and it will cause retransmission and loss of data. You might also run into challenge with latency and jitter if the network is very busy. So if you are over capacity and have many different devices communicating, there may be slowdowns as more and more people join that wireless network. So next is attenuation. Just as we have the attenuation on copper and fiber network, we also have attenuation on wireless network. As we move further away from our access point, the signal gets weaker and weaker. And you can usually measure this by looking at the signal strength on your device or using a Wi-Fi analyzer. To help avoid excessive attenuation, you may be able to boost the signal strength on the access point by itself. Not all access points have this option, but This may allow you to get a larger range out of your existing wireless access point. And if the device run on supports an external antenna, you may be able to use one with a higher gain. That will allow you to capture more and more of the signal, so even there is a attenuation, you are still able to receive and transmit on that network. And of course, the closer you are to the access point, the less attenuation you are going to have. So you may find that moving closer to your access point greatly improve the performance of your network connection. And fifth is incorrect antenna type. So the type of wireless antenna that you use will depend the reach and the scope of wireless network. If you are trying to cover wireless network on a single floor of a building, you will be using a different antenna. Then if you are trying to connect two buildings to each other, for example, we could use an omnidirectional antenna like the one we see here. We put it up on the ceiling, and it has an equal amount of signal that goes in every direction. And if we are trying to connect two buildings, we might use a directional antenna where all of that wireless signal will be directed in one single direction, and you will have the best chance of connecting those two buildings together. And you might also find that your access point allow you to connect different types of antenna, so you may choose exactly the right antenna for the type of network that you hope to have. And you should make sure that you put this antenna on the right place. If you put access points too close to each other, you may find that those frequency will interfere with other, or if the antenna are too far away from the user, and there are other electrical device causing interference, then you may find there's slower throughput than expected. You might also check all of your access point to see if they are using the frequency and the channel that you are expecting. So the conclusion is, even wireless network is changing entire network environments with new style, wireless technologies still have a long way to go in several aspects. Both fundamental and practical problems still persist in this area. So therefore, much precaution must be taken to ensure the success of emerging wireless applications when we implementing high securable wireless network. Okay, why the wireless provides portability and flexibility, increase productivity, and lower installation with much easy and convenience. Security is coming to play major role that we have to pay much attention on security-oriented risks. Continuous wireless network security monitoring is crucial. We must also put attention on bandwidth hijacking and data encryption by automate check and report. We have to keen in setting up wireless access point appropriately and identifying marked problem and solution of wireless signal as we discussed before. So that's all from us. Thank you.